Hello and welcome back to World of Warships. I'm going to be playing the battleships and the operations because I finished the submarines yesterday after I quit streaming. Well, technically I finished it today because I had one mission left and I was like, alright, I'm just going to bed. But I finished it before I started streaming. So now I've decided to move on to battleships because carriers was taking too long. And I enjoy the operations way more than I do the PvP or PvP, player versus player content anyway. So here we are with Maine, which is the first battleship I'm going to start off with, and every time I win, I'll just move down to one on my list until I've either earned all of it or somehow gone through all of my battleships, which would be impressive considering that I have a lot of ships, and most of them are battleships or cruisers or destroyers. Well, okay, those are all three, but I think I have more battleships than I do any other class of ship. Because let's face it, if you want to play a game about ships, you don't play for the destroyers or the cruisers that nobody remembers the names of because there's so many of them. You want to play the battleship. And yes, I know there are a lot of people who play this game like, I played the destroyer because destroyers are more fun, or whatever. They're better with destroyers. I just play saying that most people get into these kinds of games, they want to play the big ships, right? I'm gonna stop talking about that before I get in trouble for small boy erasure. Short people are people too, you know? We have any other... Oh, we got another main here. And lots with try to hit our submarine with depth charges, and we shot him down. Though I wish Shifty was a little bit slower so I wouldn't have to worry about hitting him here in a second. But should kill Kazuha from shotgun. Really? 10 over penetrations? Only one Citadel hit? Okay, whatever, game. Whatever your little random number generator decides is realistic, I guess. I feel like even if you got, 10 overpins, the ship's just going to break in half at that point because there's going to be nothing in the middle. Right? What do I know? Don't have the little spreadsheet that says that's fun. Uh-oh, they got a depth charge through and hit the submarine. I feel like maybe he should have been a little bit more careful with that. But what do I know? He got hit on purpose so he can reduce his reload. I remember watching guys that were like, yeah, you should let the enemies shoot you a whole bunch so then that way you get down to like 10% health and you have like a 90% faster reload. Or I was just like, okay, I mean, I guess that works. As long as you just don't get hit after you get to the point you want to get to, I guess. Personally, I prefer, even if I take that trait, to try to maintain as healthy as a ship as possible just so I can take more damage. I should have started my turrets, so we're rotating a lot sooner than that. Oh boy. They're going to be turned around before they get next. So what happens if you add an extra gun to a turret and don't beef up the hydraulics. I can just hear the noise inside the turret, right? You can just hear that. Oh dear. Come on. BS is blinking on my screen. It's kind of weird. It's probably way too in front. Nope, that was a good hit. How the heck did I lose half my health already? I swear Montana is like, it's that way with all of them. I swear that the non-super ships are more durable than the super ships. Like, I don't know if it's just because you're like a bigger target or what. What support do you want? You're all the way over there. Busy fighting like all of the enemy. What are you doing, cruiser? There, I can take a little less damage off the fire here. Submarine's finally doing some work. And that's the end of that one. Get back to Raptor and get repairs before I get into another engagement here. I just got booty kicked. I wonder if Montana feels more durable because I have the legendary module on it. If that really makes that big of a difference. You're an aircraft carrier. For goodness sake, provide your own anti-aircraft support. Oh, that's not the aircraft carrier that's crying about that, is it? No, that was the aircraft carrier. And of course I'm going to get into a fight with the destroyer. So the rest of my team is doing the sensible thing and actually escorting our friend. Close to me, who was too busy running away. Of course, this destroyer doesn't seem to know how to aim, so I'll take my blessings where I can get them. Come on. I really hope she doesn't just torpedo at me. Rotate faster, turrets. Secondary range now. Only one hit. Sure. Well, I'm gonna get torpedoed. Well, I guess it's better than me getting torpedoed than Raptor, which is also about to happen probably. Yes, I know I shouldn't have used my repair part or damage control party right then, but... Yep, there's the torpedoes. Thankfully, I slowed down. Come on, reload, reload! Kill. Oh, seriously, that wasn't a kill? 11 penetrations and it's not a kill. Oh, there's the torpedoes that I knew were coming. Well, at least I took them instead of Raptor, I suppose. Oh, now I'm on fire and flooding. Guess that's the end of that. Well, I guess I'll start another mission here in a second. Hopefully the team stops doing whatever they were doing. Gets between the enemy and the raptor so he doesn't get torpedoed. I'll just go ahead and start a new battle. Which is, I hate to blame the team on that one. It was a little silly that I was the only one out in front there. It really should have been at least another cruiser somewhere. The German cruiser was like, I need support. And they're like, well, no, you need to be out front. Like, I'm not going after the carrier with you. And of course now I'm jumped into the queue. Alright, you know what? We're gonna go trust that the team can finish that one and win. I'm gonna go over here and remove these. Not the best. Oh. And we're gonna just play Montana. Because Montana just seems to be better than Maine. I get flagged for it when I say it, but the super ships don't seem to be an improvement. Like the Annapolis, everybody's like, oh, Annapolis is the best. And it's like, well, no, Des Moines better because it doesn't die when you get Citadel halfway across the map. Like the extra length making you bigger, and oh, I've got the music on. I need to fix that. Audio, music, play third-party licenses. Okay. Can't have the Transformers theme song. Although I don't think it matters because I'm not monetized. But maybe one day this video will get monetized and then some people will go back and be like, oh wow, we can watch the early scruffed versions of Nemo's, the famous Nemo's videos. See how bad he was at this before he became super cool and well known. Yes, I can hear you all laughing. There's no way this loser is going to become famous and well known. World of Submarines. Ah, he should have been playing with me yesterday. You think Scalia there is going to go deal with the cruiser, or do you think I should plan on going with the cruiser? I think I'll just take shots at the Iowa class as his friends here and keep an eye on the winning map. Also, the fact that that guy immediately launched his fighter is not bringing any kind of confidence to my thoughts. This is not a bot. There you are, right? Let's see, so we have a 10, and then I want to give him a 5. I think that should do it. Maybe I should have gone closer to 20. No, we get it. See, I really feel bad for Colorado and North Carolina because they get abandoned by Iowa pretty quickly. Looks like Cecilia is not handling the cruisers. So I accelerate. And very slowly turn my guns this way so I can handle the cruisers. I'm hoping. I never want to say that the British, or not British, the Brazilian battleship's name, or Pan American battleship's name, because it sounds like it's slur. Like, I get it's liberty in Portuguese or Spanish. But oh, here's the barking. So I figured out what it is. It's the mailman. He sees the mailman and he has to bark at the mailman. It's a very dog thing to do. I always stream right when the mail comes, though. And I'm glad that they sped up Montana. Could you imagine if this was the original design? I think the original design was 27 knots. 30 knots already feels slow when I've been playing submarines that zip around the map at like 40 knots. Those magical space engines. I keep hoping, you know, add like sci-fi submarine skins. How much time do we have until the planes arrive? 3 minutes. Okay, we have plenty of time to deal with Worcester. They took care of Seattle down there, so we're good there. But looks like I'm not going to be fast enough to save Kato. Is it Kato or Kato? Again, you need that pronunciation guide, right? How do you pronounce this word in this language? Oh dear, this is a problem. Come on, hit. Oh, that was not short. I'm disappointed that the tracers aren't unique, or the shells aren't unique for the Transformers battleships. Although I guess it really fits better to have them be the standard noises and standard effects, because that's kind of what the Transformers was, right? They were robots that were modern vehicles. They weren't sci-fi vehicles. But the glowy sci-fi bits kind of ruined that aesthetic on this, so they really should have gone with, like, maybe not laser noises, but like sci-fi gun noises, like railgun noises, you know? Like a deep the whoop noise instead of a regular 16-inch gun noise. Got him before I could hit him. Ligma here. Nemo, the game makes its own sound effects. You don't need to make the sound effects. That's what my sister, I'd pick her up from school a long time ago. I'd pick her up from school, and when I was driving home, I'd make engine noises, and she'd always get mad at me about it. She was cute, and then she blew up. Ooh. That battleship dispersion. Ah. slow down to, I almost said half impulse, but wrong game. This is what would the term be? Half throttle, I guess? I mean, I don't think they use this kind of throttle system on ships. Even in World War II, they weren't using it. They would actually just set knots as opposed to throttle. But because in real life, the speed would be 18.5, I think, for a battle line. Or I guess it was 27.5 by this time. So they went from 18.5 to 23 to 27.5. And I think Montana would have maxed out at 27.5 or something like that. And of course, they've given her a speed of 30 in this game because 27.5 is too slow. What was that? There's just a wave breaking on the side of my ship. Oh, that guy's shooting at people. He's putting his fighter up again, randomly. I mean, I guess if you have a fighter, there's not really much point in saving it for some specific point in this particular mission. Okay, now he's just being dumb. Evidently bot behavior. Whether he's a bot or not, I don't know, and I don't care. But that's bot behavior. Oh. Well, he said thank you, so that's not bot behavior. Maybe he's not a bot. Bet that's gonna be short. Oh, look at that. 3 hits. See, I do hate plunging fire being overpins. Like, it really should not happen unless you're using like 30-inch guns or 20-inch guns. Dropping a shell on top of a cruiser like that should not go be a overpin. It definitely should, explode inside the ship. If it was a smaller cruiser, maybe like a light cruiser or something. But it seems rather silly that just because it hits the superstructure, they're like, oh, that's an overpin. It's like, well, it may have overpinned the superstructure, but it definitely armed inside the hull. Like, that's why plunging fire was so good. Because it would definitely arm. Unless you were, like, shooting at a submarine with high armor piercing. There was one submarine, I can't remember her name, but she got engaged by a heavy cruiser, and it fired an 8-inch shell at her, and it went right through the torpedo room and out the bottom. And they sailed home like that. They were originally ordered to abandon the ship and get a ride home on another submarine. But the officers of the submarines got together and like, we can get her home. And they sailed through Japanese-filled water that were patrolled by aircraft and made it home without being able to submerge, because if they submerged, the ship would fill up, right? Because they had the giant hole in the bottom and the top. Turn the guns around. Well, the one thing about battleships is they are very slow. I had hoped that they would spawn over at the E section, east, west, sorry, it's E2 over that way, but they did not. At least this wave did not. Had to crank the guns around. Oh. Where's Midway? Go this way first. We can come back around Midway. We'll run across the middle of the map. So let's get the guns around. Yeah, I think. That's a good hit. I expected that to be a miss. I keep underestimating my own abilities, I guess. Alright. Hold her steady, get the guns on target. Oh, lost to the angry Montana. Come on, guns, rotate. Don't make me have to go in and reinstall the gun rotating mods. Shouldn't have to do that on this battleship. Why are you shooting at the fort? Shoot at the fort, shoot at me. And 3 overpins. What? That's not good. We lost the bot guy. Who's probably not a bot and gonna sue me for slander. I love the sound the forts make. Why don't my guns make those noises? Ka-doom. Ka-doom. Oh, come on, go faster. Maybe I'll play Wisconsin after this so I get a little bit extra speed. Nobody's even shooting at me. Okay, if that doesn't kill him, I'm gonna get mad. There we go. Now we need to kill another Montana. It's the imposter Montana. Definitely, I'm not the imposter Montana because I look like a giant robot transforming guy. He's definitely the real imposter here. Not even got his turret turned towards me. Getting assaulted. Yeah, that's probably why he doesn't have his turrets turned toward me. All I'm getting is ricochets. Alright, well. Now we're gonna run south and see if we can catch Midway. We have 2 minutes to catch Midway. Can at least take some pot shots at these guys coming in. Whoops. Sneeze. Well, it's not been my best work so far, but it hasn't been my worst either, so. Hey, itchy nose, though. Alright. Oop, we're reloaded. Oh. Cecilia got him. I think Cecilia must be named after Sicily, right? It must be the Italian word for Sicily. Time to just farm damage until the planes take off. said, it's not my best work, but it's not my worst work either. Though I seem to be losing my friendlies here. The fort stole my kill. Come on, reload. Gonna get one more shot off anyway. It wouldn't reach in time. Oh well. We did good that one. There we go. Oh, the German missions are out. Looks like we need to do one more incapacitation. And then we still need to get 30,000 EXP for dockyard. And it looks like, yeah, okay, so that they won for us. So I don't have to replay main. Let's just take, I know I was complaining about speed and now I'm over here picking Yamato. Let's take our own Liberty out. So I just got the unique commander. One of my goals for this game is to collect all of the tech tree ships that are best for each special commander and then get the special commanders for them. But that goal is secondary to collecting as many American ships as I can, so. Oh good, we've got the super broken submarine. Blue glowy one that has 6 forward-facing torpedoes that are super accurate and do 2,700 damage or 27,000 damage apiece. It does not tell me. Oh, I don't have 10-kilometer secondary range. I must have forgot the flag. Oh well, 10 kilometers should be enough. Very slowly. Get all of our World War II guns, our World War I guns, lined up for combat. And another boost. I think I will fire HE for a bit. I have a suspicion that AP is not going to do that much damage based on the ankles. And these are much lower caliber than my American battleship guns. Probably need to get 2 incapacitation ribbons because I'm playing in operations and not the other for difficulties, which I still think is dumb because you should be allowed to farm however you want. But I understand why they did that. Oh dear, we're gonna have problems. Oh, okay, the torpedoes did it. Was worried that we were going to, kill somebody with fire. was worried that they were going to get through till I saw all those torpedoes, and then I was like, oh. La Pampa? Yeah. Oh, that's... Is there a whole tech tree line for the destroyers yet? Or is there not behind those destroyers? Let's just go ahead and make a U-turn here. Got our beautiful 9-inch secondaries going. Agincourt style design. And we're losing our special build up. It's one of the things in the operations, it's pretty hard to build up. If you don't manage to build it up in one phase, it's going to go away before you get to the second phase. Although I suppose if I had maintained a middle position instead of trying to make a U-turn, that would have gone better. Oh, the whale guys turned the wrong way. I think it's funny that they put Blue Archive in front of it. Like there's going to be another ship called, is it Barona's Whale? No, there's not going to be another ship called that. We don't need to worry about getting confused with the other ship. When they do it with the ones like the Montana or whatever, okay, I can understand that because it's just BA Montana. But when it's, you know, not something that you're going to see reused as a ship's name, well, maybe there is a Japanese submarine called Barona's Whale, or Barona's Whale. No. Doesn't seem like a very Japanese name. Usually they name their submarines I and then number. Actually, I wonder what their modern submarine naming conventions are. They seem to be using normal-ish names for their modern submarines. Like, actual names, not numbers. I suppose the number thing is a normal thing if you're from a culture that does that. I probably should be firing. Oh, my DPS is not very good. Well, let's speed up so we'll be in line to fight the third attack when it comes through. At the very least, get on the other side of this island so we can shoot these guys. Should have stuck with the HE. Ding dong, boom, boom. Oh, my nose. It's so itchy. Any of the destroyers spotted. And I always want to call this the Venezuela, but it's not. It's the Venice. There's no Suela there. It's also Italian and not South American, so. get our secondaries going. Oh no, I'm on fire. Alright, that guy's done for. Or not. Okay, there he goes. I think we better shoot guy before we shoot the destroyers. Sure, that's a good, gonna go well. That Haramoko is gonna make it across the line. I think nobody's in position to shoot him. Oh, somebody's shooting him. Maybe the word where he is Venetia. Venetia. Venezia. Okay, he's gone. Maybe we can reload fast enough to get this guy. I'm not gonna shoot him because he's gonna die. Let's get Hindenburg. Batteries on Hindenburg. Oh, fine. Got that guy. Just need to get Hindenburg. Okay. Oh, good. They'll be spawning right up here, so I don't have to reposition. I was worried they were going to spawn down south, but I was going to have to turn all the way around again. That was a terrible shot. Yeah, I deserve that angry buzzing noise. Switching to AP here, maybe that'll do some better damage. Also, I'm gonna get murked by Sathuna. Bet he can overmatch all of my armor. That thin World War I armor. At least I don't have to worry about getting a magazine detonation. Because they removed that mechanic. Alright, that guy's done even if I'm not the one that kills him. Nope, I'm not the one that killed him. EM stole my kill. Crank those turrets all the way back around. Well, it's a bit early, but I think I'm going to call it after this one. I was in meetings all day long, and my throat is already sore from dealing with meetings all day long. think I'm probably gonna make myself a cup of tea and not have to talk for the rest of the day after this battle, and then just solo play some without the camera watching. Oh, come on. No fire? Guess we can secondary escalate on the destroyer there. Make a stick to HE for Satsuma. Probably shouldn't be sailing so flat broadside down. I don't know if angling is actually going to help or not, though. Not against the 20-inch guns. Oh, got the commander special activated for enough secondary hits, I think is what that is. Or maybe it's for using the secondary thing so many times. I think it's the one I get for using the secondary so many times. Yeah, activate combat instructions twice. Only twice. I thought it was 3 times. Make a turn. Disabled his torpedoes. And there he goes. Whoop. Go, boat. Don't get torpedoed. I'm hardly getting shot at all today. Either doing it right or I'm doing it wrong. I'm not sure which. Probably switch to AP here since he's broadside to me. Only 20,000 damage, that's not bad. The usual goal is 100, so it doubled my usual goal. Come on, reload. Almost there. Fire. There we go. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it there because my nose is killing me and my throat is killing me and I'm just a old man who can't spend 12-hour streams anymore. Also, my doggy thinks it's time to eat, which he's probably right.